Good evening, race fans. This is Choozo Randomizer race. This is the rubber match, the final between Idle and CountCranberry. We got to watch the race 2 the other night, um, where Idle came back and got it, and we've got this third race coming. Really excited to see this. The closer coming in tonight. Um, I'm Vincent RTA. We have Stack on the track. Tracking is, definitely one of the most important things in all of these races. So really glad to have Stack there. Looking forward to a good race today. Uh, these two had a really close finish the other night. Both players were, within a couple of minutes each other at the end. So hopefully we have the same kind of finish tonight. Things should be taking off soon. They are running in real life, so we're just waiting on. There we go. Ida was off and running. All right, and this race tonight we've got full countdown, full area, vanilla boss, hard difficulty, random escape, early morph, and vanilla starts. So hard difficulty, we'll see how that turns out. Some of the hard seeds have been almost jet seeds in some cases, because as players have figured out, just the correct decision tree early. But some of them have been pretty trolly. Let's hope that they get something that's a little bit more straight. Well, not necessarily straightforward, but something that's not as trolly. All right, we've got power bombs down here. So at least the players are not going to have to look for explosives. But this means this item in the ceiling on the right-hand side, our taco tank, which we're seeing a lot more of runners right now that Zenny and a few have been doing RBO. We're going to have morph in the ceiling. Oh, what a feeling with morphin on the ceiling. All right, so we're going to have morph, power bombs, missiles. We got 2 majors in criteria. Let's see what the players decide to do here. Idle is going to check Billy Mays, which I completely agree with. You're here, and just in case one of those majors is there, it might be key. But this might also give Idle early supers. This is actually what we saw the other night from their starts, is Idle did this first as well. So it paid off then. Both players are syncing up, finding power bomb packs there. Ooh, okay, we got the spring ball. That immediately opens up some things that Idle can do that Count will not be able to do early until he finds, let's say, gravity or something. So spring ball it's a nice little find. It's not, not too exciting, but spring ball, best ball. Count is choosing to do this meme route. I'm gonna check in this transition. I like this idea. You're gonna get this information early, and we're gonna see a little bit of West Meridia. Okay, Fair Storm D. It's one of my favorite items, but I know there's plenty of runners and fans who aren't as excited to see Spring Ball as I am. But a little bit of a high five, which we expect a little bit early from the runners. I assume Idle's gonna do the same thing, get this transition check, have that knowledge. So really the distance we see in time is that Idle went up there, got that spring ball, got the extra power bomb pack. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's really bad for Idle, because now Idle is a full 3 minutes and 50 seconds behind. Oh, that's rough. Hate seeing that. Absolutely hate seeing that. Especially in a final. Well, Idol's gonna have to do some work to make up those few minutes. So, oh, he's got information right now, knows where he's going. I have a feeling he might shy away from that second meme route check. Yeah, I would agree, Pyromance. There's a real chance that Idol does not go get spring ball this time around. We saw the difference there where Count was a little bit safer using his power bombs to clear up the hoppers, where Idol was just powering through for that check. It did not turn out so hot. Oh, we got Ice Beam at Bomb Terizo. Okay. Yeah, and Idol does choose to ignore. We'll get his second power bomb pack here, and then I assume we'll probably come up the same route, and we'll probably see the same Ice Beam very soon. Yes, it is in fact the shoot everything twice beam, which is why a lot of runners will just shut it off through the run and save it for the times it matters, like getting through the Metroid rooms at the end of the game, or for jumping up into jumping up on top of a Metroid. Gonna see that West Metroid or West Meridia. See, there's two items. Get quickly out of the way here because these hoppers, they hurt, especially no suited. All right, back at Gauntlet. I did not see that. That was so quick. Energy tank and supers. Okay. All right, we've got Count coming down here in the green Bryn. Five in green Bryn. That is a lot. So we're gonna check the early supers, see what we get back here. We will be able to grab all the items thanks to having the power bombs. So we're not I do prefer when the players aren't stuck spending half the seed looking for explosives. Oh, we got charge beam. We got charge ice. Okay. Maybe we're gonna get a low ice percent here. Finding a charge beam definitely it makes a lot of decisions easier. Runners are going to focus more on grabbing supers and probably ignore some of the regular missile packs once you got enough to be comfortable with breaking the glass to get to and waking up mother brain. You don't really need a lot else. Oh, we got space jump down into Eticoons. Okay. Idle checks. It almost turns around and was like, wait a second. Nope, not gonna leave that behind. So now Idle has the double shot beam. 5 in green Bryn. That's quite a few. So we've had 7 so far. short work of that. A BT with those supers. That fight in vanilla be so much easier if we had supers. Idle does the left side. Alcatraz escape. That one's a little bit tougher. Nice job by Count getting out of there, the top Atacoons. So Idle is this far behind because unfortunately Idle was going to do a meme route check and took a death from the hoppers. So lost 3 minutes and 50 seconds. All right, we got Count continuing the... Oh, he turned around. Saw 5 and turned around. Okay, going to check the other transition. That makes sense. All right, high jump boots. Okay, good. I saw a race earlier today where the runners were doing escape without high jump boots. Croc has 0. No secrets for Croc this time. Oh, that breaks my heart. But that's really good info to have. Knows where it is, knows to avoid it. More power bombs for CountCranberry here, and we're seeing the typical percentage of E-tanks in these runs, which is pretty low. Space jump and screw attack, both hanging out in green Britain. So movement is much easier for these players with high jump and space. Gets that information. I'll be happy to see that. Sees both missiles quickly and just... No, sirs. I agree with such decisions. All right, Count's gonna do this Spo supers check. All right, Idle gets that space jump. Count's gonna come up here and do the wave gate check. Please be careful, Idle. All right, gets out of there. I want to say gets out of there clean, but not really. Took a lot of damage there. So one light item left in green Bryn. Count's gonna go check Mission Impossible here. More of these hoppers, but with space jump and screw attack. Well, with screw attack, far less of a concern. Or power bombs. Nothing exciting there. It's a lot of power bombs in this seed. At least a lot of power bombs early as compared to supers, which we've only seen 2 packs so far. Runners are definitely going to need more of those. All right, so we finally see Idle back in the same area. Not quite a high five, but players are pretty close to each other right now. So that means the last item is... we got a couple more places to check. This could be one of them. It is. We have X-ray. All right. That means Count is done with his visit to Green Bryn. Quick lower Norfair check there. That obviously backs right out, as we're not quite there with a tank count yet or Varia to make that play worth it. Missing quite a few. Well, have the movement for it, but don't have the suits and the E-tanks to make it happen right now. All right, so Idle is going to make up some time getting out of here quickly. All done with this. That's definitely good for him, not having to waste any time. Is going to go check this meme route. Transition. Sees that same thing, the front side of lower Norfair. That does bring this race closer, because Idle is going to waste less time worried about those things. I don't disagree with this all, except takes the hit while trying to farm. Idle, you have screw attack. There we go. Finally use a screw attack to kill the smaller hoppers there. Farming here, I don't disagree with this farm. All right, we got Count seeing a trash can and missiles. Does grab the trash can on the way out. No D boost needed when you have space jump to escape that room. Another quick high five for the players there. So this is much closer. Upper Norfair, 3 items. Okay. We saw 2 in West Meridia, 3 in Norfair, 0 in Croc, sadly. Red Bryn has a 0 count. And Mark Kruskun, I will find a pun for that at some point. I don't have one off the top of my head right now. I like this save by Idle. Sometimes just this game can be unpredictable, and some of the things come back and haunt you. All right, Count finds this upper Norfair top side. Gonna be able to check the other transition here, and we're gonna find the back side of lower Norfair. Okay. That's definitely a good transition to find, because more often than not, that's where we're gonna want to make our play. That looked like there were 2 in lower Norfair. Well, this changes the gravity of the situation as Count finds our first suit. We'll be able to go and check those Meridia locations that he's found and have the proper movement, especially with space jump, of no issue. More power bombs. Wow. Is this seed gonna deny us an easy to find Varia and force us to use all these power bombs for Crystal Flash hell runs? The seed could be trolling and have something like Varia behind Ridley in Lower Norfair. Yes, we have above tube leading to tube, which, yay, great transition. Although I've definitely seen up high five on the elevator. I saw the top of Red Tower lead to, or it was the Lower Norfair escape a Red Tower led, and the top of Red Tower were a circle. So going to the top of Red Tower was a dead end. However, gravity was up there, so both players had to head back up there. Yes, Meridia escape. Now just taking a second to take the current open transition into account. Idle still running with that ice beam, a double shot beam. It's the same information, sees that's just supers. Count, meanwhile, we're gonna go check Crumble Shaft. Taking advantage of that space jump screw attack, saving a lot of time through this room, and gonna see more supers, which we don't necessarily not want, but those are with a potential to fall, and the damage right now not worth it. But we are going to see Count go for this ice check. Does have that reserve. This is definitely a little tight, especially for just supers. Yep, I'm gonna take the reset. Idle is now right on Count's heels after some decisions. Very nice job in movement getting up there. It's going to be a little disappointed to see just supers here. Yep, quick reset. Fully expected there. So unfortunately, this is not really a lot of good transition for the runners. They're going to have to go. The seed's telling them they're going to have to go to Meridia. With this Lower Norfair being, or this Upper Norfair basically leading everywhere to Lower Norfair. It trying to ask, players not going to be able to execute a hell run with just the one tank here. So it's definitely sending them in a particular direction, either to Meridia or to find wreck ship, as Lower Norfair and Bubble Mountain are not really in play right now. And we're seeing Idle have to follow the same route that CountCranberry's on right now, having to come back up here to Red Tower. As this is really the only, this is a long way back, unfortunately, for the runners. The seed is not very linear at all, at least her routing and the choices it's asking for players. So this could be a little bit of a teaser, brain teaser for the players to manipulate, figure out where the correct place to be. I didn't think we'd see green brain again. Yeah, the gravity suit definitely made things a little bit heavier. All right, Count's back up there on criteria, sir. Criteria, taking this transition. Oh, he's now gonna see Croc and the goose eggs from Croc, which, yes, that does mean that Croc at least gets to live until the explosion. It gets to die like everything else on the planet, but at least the death won't be the painful acid death. It'll just be quickly blowing up and exploding. Idle with that earlier check knows that there's nothing here, so is going to be able to come right back out. So now we're going to see the players have to go check the right side of criteria here, check that mode transition, check that normal red tower escape. And moat transition is going to bring us to... That is a quick way to Bubble Mountain, but with only one tank, not really the place to be right now. Okay, we got West Meridia. Norfair is just all over the place. We've the upper Norfair led to a bunch of Norfair locations. It feels like almost all the transitions we've seen have been somewhere to Norfair. We have not seen anything to wreck ship yet. Yeah, this seed is definitely sending the players to Meridia. And if Idle had just stayed on that West Meridia play here, I think would have been in the lead. Oh, okay. Well, that's a real boy there. As Count finds Plasma, so now has Charged Plasma, so that will make a lot of things easier for these runners. Just a missile pack in the wall next to Mama Turtle. But she's definitely holding a banger this time with that beam. Neither player has done a boss, now has Charged Plasma, so yes, the microwave is turned on. We don't need to call a Maytag repairman, the microwave is working. I believe the reserve tank can, but we would need to be, I think, minimum 4 for any of the checks. We do have a big difference in ammo count right now, where Count has a bunch more missiles, which Idle's going to have to farm those to be able to break the glass and get through. This seed has definitely been very stingy on supers. We've seen a couple packs that players just haven't been able to grab, but now like Count's got this. Count just got a 3rd pack. Yes, I do believe it is 3, but like I believe that's perfect movement, no mistakes, and that doesn't really give you a lot of room for error at all, which in a race setting I would. Oh wow, okay, we have full beam combo. And look at how, oh, look at this moment where if Idle hadn't taken that death, that would have been able to use that spring ball to get up there quicker. Okay, now we have enough energy tanks where at, oh, we have a watering hole, I-5. So Idle has really closed the ground here with some of the decisions that he's made, some of the skips he's made. Players have got to be feeling good about having full beam. Now we're only looking at a 20 charge shot mother brain fight rather than some of the other difficult and gross fights I've seen through these races. All right, Count is gonna bring us down, and we're gonna see the first change in the boss count, as Count will go check this. And although we are on in random boss. No, we are in vanilla boss. Never mind. So Count is just gonna go make quick word of Kraid. Kraid is 0, but does add us that extra E-tank. Thank you, Kevnastics, for the raid. Party of 6. Welcome to this rubber match between Idle and CountCranberry. We had Idle take a very brutal death trying to escape beam route very early on in the seed and was about 3 minutes and 50 seconds behind after the reset, but both players are now here in Kraid together. This could be a difference too. Does Count get this? Count's taking Kraid to prom. Does Idle get the quick kill? Because that will be even more ground made up. I don't remember how many times I've seen both players in the same boss during any of these races. Idle goes for the backup and no dice. All right. Does get that. Charge beam kill. Ooh, you know what? We've got 3 regular tanks and 2 reserves. Yeah, hell runs are in. All right, Count's gonna go check this top of Meridia transition. I would assume this is probably going to be one of the wreck ship locations that we still haven't seen, or potentially Turian. There it is, front side of wreck ship. West Lake gives us another E-tank. Okay, well, it was being very stingy to begin with, but now we have plenty of E. So we're in good shape now. In all fairness, I'm a high school band director. Puns are just kind of par for the course. Puns are how I normally conduct myself. I had to slip that last pun in there. Speaking of, give these runners a follow. Both of these two have been putting on great races. This one and this race tonight and the race the other night, both of them are solid runners and a blast to watch. Idle hopefully has a full reserve there. This could be a little bit risky. Oh, never mind. I see what we got going on. Empty that reserve tank. With that million count of power bombs we have, we get to do crystal flashes all we want. Meanwhile, CountCranberry is fighting our favorite space ghost. Untune. Oh, just misses the microwave. It can be very hard to time because Antune's moving so quickly. You have to anticipate it. But this is so close. Yeah, there we go. We now have a dead space ghost. I was kind of hoping we'd get some microwave space ghost. The microwave calamari does not sound tasty at all. I enjoy calamari, but definitely not out of a microwave. KJ, that is something I agree with. I understand you've got the full beam combo, but you still do need some count of missiles. And having a second, yes, does mean a second crystal flash, because if Varia is like Ridley locked, then yeah, and there's another trash can. So yeah, if Varia's, oh, we've got French vanilla speed. This is really the first route divergence we've had going on this whole race, so it is nice now to see things are not the runners that we're not watching idle like 10 to 15 seconds behind count. We're now in a complete different set of choices here. Does Count continue this wreck ship? Yes, he is. Okay. With Varia still out there and one item, I agree with this. Idle's gonna take this save. Probably gonna check the Bubble Mountain reserve up here. Yeah, 20 feels like the correct number, like what I would want to take in. Just something that gives a little bit more room. Okay, now it's going to have the 20, got a forced onto him. He doesn't seem happy about that at all. All right, so wrecked ship was holding all the E. This is always a little bit scary to me because there's no really good place to farm here. just missiles there in Cathedral. Count is not going to go to bowling. But Count is going to check. Count's plan has to now be to check the backside of wreck ship transition. Idle sees bombs there and is just like, yep, nope, no thank you. Yes, he did save after speed. He came back from there, saved, and then went up and checked the wreck ship reserve tank. He loaded his save before speed. I would definitely not agree with that. That's something we're going to have to ask about. I will do my best to remember that, but chat, remind me that one just in case. Why did we reset out of speed? I would take this tank. Count changes his mind and goes and grabs. Okay. The seed is trying to say something now with all this E showing up. All right, Idle's headed down for his battle with Funtoon. Let's see if he gets the microwave beam. We get that microwave calamari or not. Count is going to elect to come through the back of Gauntlet. I guess this is fairly quick. We know it's a super and an E-tank back there from the earlier check. Idle's trying for that microwave beam, misses there. Second time, oh. Funtoon escapes. So the only space we haven't seen is climb missiles. So climb missiles might be Varia. And that requires that speed that we just reset out of. That's like, as I'm realizing the logic is not going to require, we spotted bombs on Bubble Mountain, yes. So yeah, it's Varia at Climb Supers. That's the only location. That's the only item location that hasn't been checked on criteria is climb supers. Everything else has been spotted. Oh yeah, yep. You know what? I saw it picked up earlier, so I guess I forgot about it. I forgot that Idol took that death. So where is Varia? Captain, that may be the answer. It might be West Meridia, which we have not seen the location of yet. Sorry, East Meridia. Speed was French vanilla right outside the speed door. Are there any of the upper Norfair locations left that could hold it? All right, so Count's now finally here in Bubble Mountain. So the two runners kind of swap positions. Nice thing here is for both runners is seeing that Spazer means they get to nope out and not go deal with bowling. Turian might be... Oh, the worst would be if Turian is the front side of... Okay, so transitions that I know we haven't seen. We haven't seen the backside of wreck ship transition. We haven't seen... we have seen both sides of Lower Norfair. So it's not one of those. AJ, you asked that question, and this week, even I learned how to snail clip. So I have a feeling both of these runners probably know how to do it. And I'm terrible at running this game. I'm definitely not even close to the level of either of these two runners. So now we are going to see this transition. Let's hope for Idol that this is not Turian. That would be a long way to backtrack. Okay, we've got Forgotten Highway. One item, and we know what it is. And yes, Idol does know where it is, because we know that Spazer is Sky Missiles, Spring Ball's Billy Mays, Speed is French Vanilla Speed. So for Idol, however, this means he's going to have to do pretty much a full clear of East Meridia. Both players really are going to have to, because the game has not delivered enough to allow them to ignore it. Oh, would it be something if Varia is a shack tool? Idle does not have speed. Idle got it, but reset out of it. So that is right now an advantage for Count, who does still have speed. Oh, and speaking of that snail clip, oh, that's unfortunate. The runners want is this at Precious, Botmoon, or straight up behind Dragon, since we are vanilla boss. What we will see here is something that I hope no one ever eats in their life, which is microwave snake. I don't know what would be worse, microwave snake or microwave calamari, but neither sound like a delicatessen I want to eat. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, that's probably the best thing that could happen for Idle here. Because now this time that Count just spent, this time that Count's spending in criteria, Idle's not going to have to worry about, and it's going to be able to completely ignore. So that information Idle got way earlier in the seed, knowing that Billy Mays is just Spring Ball, is huge, and is playing into right now. Idle headed to boss 3, has Varia, ready to go to Ridley, and honestly has a huge lead right now. All right, Idle setting up for this microwave of Dragon. For those of you who haven't done it, you want to be in that crouch position, because once Dragon is dead, as you saw, Samus stands up on her own. So all the items are there for a bot twin skip without a problem. Chat, help me. How many regular and supers are required to break the glass? $36 total missiles. So yeah. So okay. Definitely has enough for the supers and regular missile count. Okay. Idle forgets the transition. Like, wait. This is wrong. This is all wrong. Just kidding. Wait, did we see the transition out of Aqueduct? Is Aqueduct Turian? I can't think of any transitions we haven't seen at this point other than Aqueduct. Now, if that's the case, Forgotten Highway is becoming the most traveled highway today. Train OP, that's good to know. I did not know that. It's just 18 projectiles to break the glass. So obviously you want to use 18 missiles and then save the supers for after. No, but 18, if 18 breaks the glass, then you switch over to what, 10 supers for the brain? There's times I like asking these questions and just having these conversations because I haven't been a runner. I've been a fan and have done commentary. So, you know, there's still questions I have. There's still things there's things I've definitely looked up. So like I'm much more versed on what the beam. Oh no, Count. Not like this. We have a shack tool check. This is actually happening. Idle enjoying this no damage trip to Upper Norfair. Doesn't need anything, but you know what? I don't mind this if he's going to get speed. He is. Okay, I don't mind this at all. This does mean, but I think there was another missile pack, so that'll get him to 20 missiles too. So that's gonna take care of some of the ammo issues as well. Oh, just gonna ignore the missiles. Never mind. Idle at this point is headed to where he saw the back of Lower Norfair transition. Which I believe was the top side of Upper Norfair. So we're going to see a Frog Speedway and a business center climb. The Count's now going to see these aqueduct items. There's another power bomb, and now we'll hopefully head to Batmoon, but damage might still be done. Oh no, Count's going to take a save. This means Count's likely going to check Dan Pit. Oh yeah, this is catastrophic. This, like, I thought Idol's early death was gonna be the decider, but this is far, like, even check tool, like, fine, like, if you don't plan on ever routing there again, but I honestly don't like any of these. Like, I would definitely go take down Dre first, or, you know, check what's on the way. Oh wow, yeah, this is a huge difference. Count at this point probably has to feel sick to his stomach finding Varia here, knowing that he just spent all that time and there it was, right on the path. Yeah, there may be situations where Shaq is the correct play, but I, like, having not at least went and checked out Dragon, I'm not sure. So 2 boss fights going on at the same time. We had both players in raid at the same time earlier. Both fan times were definitely different. Now we're seeing this charge beam tear into Ridley. Ridley getting an extra grab in there, but now gets the final grab. Idol's got Ridley down, and ironically, we're gonna see Idol have to climb back right to where Count is. Ooh, Count doesn't get to finish that microwave beam because it is, I am 99.9% sure that we are seeing Idol head to Aqueduct. This is one of those moments where we missed that spring ball, having to use the extra power bomb. Quickly gets through this key hunter room, gonna come out come back up here, get to the top side of Norfair, escape this, and then head back to East Meridia. The routing in the seed was very awkward for the players. We saw the players have to route all the way back through Green Bryn. The routing around Upper Norfair was awkward. This seed, the layout of this map was very, very, very difficult for the players to navigate consistently. Definitely non-linear. All right, we're gonna see another high five here. Players are just navigating through here. Idle is headed to that terrain location. Oh, maybe is this a location that? Oh no, that's right. This gets us direct ship. Okay. Yeah, this is rough. Having to route all the way back like this is like covering half the map. This is going to be especially difficult as we have random escape. So depending on where on this very convoluted map layout, it's going to send the runners. Could be a less than ideal transition out. This will very likely be easily a 5-6 minute escape counter with a few minutes actually required to escape. And here we are again in the Forgotten Highway. Definitely the remembered highway in this seed. All right, Count is now in Lower Norfair, headed down for his Ridley fight. As we see, like, and Idle still on this trip, the transition back to Aqueduct is a long trip. But Idle is there, and now is at G4 at the 1:10:27 mark. We'll get that full refill on the way down, makes the proper turnoff, a setup for Zeb skip. So this is a seed where we saw every major. Up, Idle gets grabbed. Right now is missing those regular bombs. Shake off those Metroids, so just gonna have to power bomb his way through here. Oh, gets grabbed again. Less than ideal here. We will likely see no baby skip at this point with that health dropping as low as it has. There we go, gets the good setup in that last room. Oh, gets a major health refill from those Metroids. Actually gets drops, you know, telling them the correct way. All right, we are not setting up for a baby skip here. Oh, no, never mind. We're going for the Tachio. Oh, it gets grabbed. Does remember to turn right and save those 40 frames. Always save the frames, never the animals. They're gonna ruin other ecosystems. Yeah, the Stachio skip is pretty outstanding watching it executed. Early on, I remember watching Zenny practice it and getting it down to a one jump skip, which is just sick. All right, Idle's going for the Seb skip. Not gonna get him in the first try. Gonna have to reset the room. Well, Count made quick work of Ridley, but is on the not so quick transition out of this area and back to and out to Turian. Plenty of missiles there to damage that brain, bring up phase 1 full beam combo. This will be 20 shots. Much like Bon Jovi said, we're halfway there. This is no prayer for Idle. This is pretty much just a matter of simple execution from here. Damage is down. We'll take this rainbow hit and hit that mother brain pre-phase. with the random escape and the time to finish the rest of this fight, will Count get to Turian before Idle finishes? Let's make the bets in chat. What do we think? Will Count get to Turian before Idle finishes? Wreck ship was front side of wreck ship is the top of Meridia escape. All right, race is on. Oh, the race has been running, but the race to see if Count can get there first is on. 4-minute timer. Idle gets that speed boost out of there. Does not remember to hold jump through the door. You don't hold that jump, you fall there and lose a little bit of time. After watching a race earlier with runners not having high jump on escape, I'm glad to see that, because some of these moves are definitely a lot easier with the high jump on. All right. Idle is up to criteria surface. But yeah, this is just super free. This is about a normal escape, barely shorter than a normal escape time. Get your GGs ready as Idle takes the win with an official race time GG of 1:18:34. Congrats to Idle winning this round of the tournament. And we do get a forfeit from CountCranberry. Hopefully we'll get both of them in chat here shortly, but great race from these two. Everything was really close up until we saw the back end, or saw the just the route difference at the end. But now we are joined in chat by Idle. GG, congrats.
Thank you. I have to know, what was I felt like Count was like right on. I could not figure out, is he 2 minutes ahead? Is he 2 minutes behind? I thought I was going to lose that escape.
So obviously, your reset was really bad. Count didn't have that information of where Spring Ball was, so went back and did Billy Mays later.
Oh, okay.
Also went and checked Sandpits and did a Shack Tool check.
Oh, was he first to Meridia? East Meridia?
You guys were there about the same time. You'll see that even though you had the big initial divergence, your Meridia, well, it was, never mind. Yeah, one of you was in Wreck Ship while the other one was in Meridia, and then he switched places. So
now, did Count check Upper Norfair? Did he find Speed Booster?
We are now joined by Count.
Hey, Count.
Hey, GG.
You find Speed Booster?
What a seed to finish with. Yeah, I found Speed Booster in Upper Norfair.
Oh, I thought, I'm going to big brain this. I'm going to save at the, because I figured out the map. At some point, I'm at West Meridia, kind of near where you'd enter East Meridia, that right portal. I'm gonna save here. If Varia's not in Upper Nerfair, I'm gonna reset to my save. And I did that. And then after I did that, I was like, man, Speed Booster would have been worth keeping. Like, I figured, I'll just get Speed Booster on the way back. It'll be fine. But I definitely lost time. Like, there were so many places through Wreck Ship. I started thinking, oh my gosh, what if I need the Speed Booster to get Varia? Like, why did and then I tried to do the snail clip, which obviously would have been a lot faster if I had Speed Booster. Like, there was just so many places I lost time with that decision. I thought I was being smart, but Upper Norfair wasn't that far from like where I was when I reset. Like, it just should have just.
Well, and Upper Norfair was a location you're gonna have to traverse a few times anyway, and tonight.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll just come back and get Speed Booster, but like I should have just. It takes time to go get the Speed Booster too, you know.
Forgotten Highway became the necessary highway tonight.
You know, you mentioned the early death, which was funny because I don't know if you noticed, I was practicing that room right before the race. And of course, when I'm practicing, I don't have spring ball. So with spring ball, I mess up my mock ball. I'm like spring balling through those. So we're talking about like I did the early portal check count. So
oh yeah, I did the same thing. The meme route portal.
So I did Billy Mays, and then there were more power bombs. Like I had 15 power bombs or something ridiculous, and then I head to Billy Mays with 199 energy, and I'm spring ball jumping all over the place, and I took 3 hits and died. I didn't even get the portal check in.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, I mean, then I skipped spring ball the second time through. I don't think I lost more than 2.5 minutes, really. It wasn't. I mean, I guess if I'd just been able to see the transition, then I would have only lost like 1.5 minutes. But, and then I skipped a lot of Green Bryn checks. And I checked the outside of Green Bryn and found X-Ray there. That was the last major. And I kind of figured maybe I made up the time there. I don't know. Maybe not. I guess I'll have to ask Vincent.
That was definitely you catching that and not. Yeah, that was a time save for you there. Yes. And that was when we're like, oh, Idol's definitely made up some of the time. So there was a point where after that initial reset where you were like, with a couple of your decisions and finding that X-ray early, it brought you down to maybe like about a minute behind count, and then you were both. Then you both were at Kraid at the same time. So had you Kraid quick killed, and instead you both took Kraid to prom. Had you not taken Kraid to prom and got the quick kill, you would have been. I think you would have been either tied or slightly ahead at that point. That's how close it was up to that at that point.
You know, I sort of messed up my setup for that because I always forget. I'm so used to doing like the vanilla strat and not the reduced splashing strat. I sometimes forget. But then I recovered and actually got him stuck, and then somehow my supers didn't hit. I was kind of annoyed about that. I thought those supers should have hit, but I guess not enough of them did. Oh my gosh, my Fantoon was just so generous. Like, here, let me mess up. Let me do the first round fast and forget I have X-ray. And then the second round, I completely biffed it. And then the third round, I didn't hit him enough times. And he gave me all fasts. He's just like, sure, don't go kill me again.
Just keep trying. Keep at it, buddy. You can do it. Yeah, no, I felt like I played well, but I didn't route well. I made that one critical mistake, miscounting my majors. I thought after finishing Wrecked Ship, I was like, all right, there's 1 in Criteria, 2 in Upper Norfair. There's only 3 items left. I can go back and find Varia. And no, that was not the case. My plan had been to clear into East Meridia, finish Dragon, and then double back if I didn't find anything. But I just thought, oh, there's 0 in East Meridia, so I'll turn around. And I didn't do Billy Mays, so I didn't know that's where the major in Criteria was. So I spent a lot of time last locationing Spring Ball, spent a lot of time in Upper Norfair, my favorite place. And the routing was a little funny. I made one big routing mistake. Instead of going straight to Upper Norfair out of the Wrecked Ship portal, I went all the way around Green Brinstar, which was embarrassing.
Ooh.
After I looked at my tracking map, I was like, I'm sure Chad is just having a field day with this. Like, why didn't he just take it? Why didn't he just hang right? Just hang right. Hang right
Here's
there.
the explanation for that. And it's kind of similar to how with space jump and gravity, I'm doing like wall jumps to get across moat when it's like 2 seconds to space jump up. You get your gravity and you think, oh, that's my access through moat. And you kind of forget that you have other ways through. And so earlier in the seed, we both realized before we found that last portal, I'm assuming you found that moat portal last, like I did, like, oh, there's like no way to get through Upper Norfair, you have to go through Red Tower and then the Green Bridge. Like it was like this chain. Like that was how it was. And that very last portal got rid of that chain. I remember thinking, oh, well, this is nice. At least the map's not stupid anymore. But
yeah.
I totally understand why you did that, because you're thinking this is a stupid map.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
I still think it's a stupid map with how incredibly long the routing back was. Like after your Lower Norfair trip to get back to Turian was way longer than it should have been.
I mean, once I realized what I'd done, I very strongly considered, after finding Speed Booster, going for a suitless Lower Norfair, because I mean I had 7 tanks, Crystal Flash ammo, and I was like, the only thing stopping me was I only had 15 supers, and I am not comfortable enough doing a beam Ridley on a timer.
Yeah, and it's tough because you you would have a grapple too. Yeah, it'd be tough. I wouldn't have tried it.
I mean, I knew I was behind. Like at that point, unless you had an absolutely catastrophic game, like, which I didn't think you would. You're a super strong runner, so even if you'd routed it as badly as I did, I still figured I was behind, especially with the criteria checks. I know you checked Billy Mays, so.
It was really tough for me to judge where I was at because of that early death. Like I saved time Green Bin, but then I lost time at the beginning, and then I was really frustrated when I figured out that Varia is either going to be an Upper Norfair, which is going to be really great. You do Ridley, and then your G4s at the end of your bosses, or it's not going to be there, and you do all this long backtracking. It's like, this stinks, because if I almost have to make the Upper Norfair play, because if Varia is there and Count finds it and I don't, I am done, but if I don't find it there and Count decided to go to Wreck Ship and find it at Wreck Ship, I'm going to be like minutes behind. Like, it's like, this kind of sucks.
It's kind of a 50-50 at that point.
All right. Well, guys, I got to say this series, the last 2 races in particular, watching, I went back and watched game 1. All 3 races are great to watch. The 2 you run, you both definitely have solid movement. So it came down to watching some routing. When you watch the VOD, you'll see that for the most part, your routing choices for probably the first half of the seed were all the same. We didn't have route diversion until almost the 30-minute mark. So that was, it was a lot of fun to watch that and see, like, oh, look, Idle just took a slight lead here. Oh, wait, nope, now Count's back in the lead. So it was definitely a blast. This being the 3rd game, seeing it that close for that long was awesome. And seeing, you both get to the crane fight at pretty much the same time. You gave us a great race.
This sounds like the best race of the bunch. With if we were together near Crade and then all the way to East Meridia, that's a long difference. that's a good stretch of the race. We were close then, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Finally there was a little bit of route diversions when Count went and found Wreck Ship and went for it, and you were at that point, you were clearing your West Meridia. But that's a you guys will hopefully enjoy the VOD.
Count found West Meridia he found Wreck Ship a little earlier then. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. He didn't have the full. So Count, did you know that it was going to be East Meridia G4 at that point?
Yep. I had deduced that it was going to be Wreck Ship to East Meridia to Turian.
Okay.
Which is why I didn't want to go all the way into East Meridia if there wasn't anything there, because it was just going to dead end and I'd have to come back anyway. But miscounting that one major, I was just like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, and sadly there was nothing in Croc, which of course you guys both know it. That makes me very sad. But
I mean, well, I mean, I guess I don't know. Like, even if you know there's a major there, it still would have been a tough call. Like, you got to go all the way to East, because East Meridian is slow checks too, right?
yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
If it, yeah, especially if it's not on the route, because and we were looking at it going, like the runners have got to hope that just Varia is like right on the way, maybe even Batu and E, and then there it is. Like Batu and E or Precious obviously would have been the best two places to find it, and you found it in probably the best place.
I was preparing to reset back to my other save when I found it at Wreck Ship Reserve Tank. I had to go back and get my speed booster. Why did I leave that behind? I don't know.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Well, thankfully didn't require that, but Count, hope to see you in future tournaments.
Yeah, no, this was a super fun tournament. This is only my second tournament in in my Super Metroid career. It's been a lot of fun. It's always fun to race against quality competitors, and especially a tournament that's geared a little bit towards newcomers, which is great to see. Had a lot of fun in the playoffs. Got pretty far, farther than I thought I was going to. So big thanks to Idle. When I found out I was racing you, I put 2 and 2 together that when I was first starting out speedrunning Super Metroid, you have like a couple of YouTube videos out there about how to like short charge and how to set up your practice hack, and I used those.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to say thank you for helping me get into Super Metroid speedrunning, making the transition a little bit easier. So it was pretty cool to race against you, and I wish you all the best of luck in the next rounds.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to watching this race back. The other races were great. It's so much fun. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat in that escape. I was so nervous. I couldn't morph at the end. That's like took me 4 tries to jump up through that crab hole or whatever. Like,
yeah, had I made it to Turian, I would have minimized my race time so that I wouldn't know if you'd finished or not. I was just gonna zone in and play, but didn't quite make it there.
I remember looking at it like an hour and an hour 5, and I was like, "There's no way he finished in an hour 5." But I'm still looking at it. It's like,
I know.
You start to feel the
I
heat of
finished
that
an hour
clock.
15. I was nervous.
You
never know.
I'm looking forward to as I'm practicing and learning that next time around I'll hopefully hop into the next one of these. I really like Idol. I give you credit. This tournament, it feels like it's because of the way the settings are that you're not, as a newer racer, you're not going to be jammed into something that's like, oh, yep, this is going to feel impossible for me as a newer runner. I look forward to hopping into the next one of these Choozo tournaments. So thank you for putting this together. Take the opportunity to thank Stack for tracking tonight. Stack and I have done this a few times together. Definitely enjoy working with them. Enjoyed the races from you guys. Count, do you have any last thoughts?
No, just thanking you guys for commenting, SpeedGaming for hosting us, and Stack for tracking, and Idle for putting this whole shebang together. So yeah, looking forward to future tournaments. I think there's a randomizer league coming up, so I'm gonna have to find a team.
Yeah, I hear that's coming up. I don't. Supposedly they're going to share information. So in case people are wondering, like I don't have like a direct line with the other leagues. In fact, one of my thoughts was like really early on was just because the people who do Rando League are nice enough to run some Rando tournaments for us doesn't mean they should have to be involved with every tournament. Like I don't, that'd be a big burden. There shouldn't be one committee that has to do everything, right? So I've intentionally not reached out to them. Like if I make my posts on Discord, they're welcome to come in and join and help out if they want. But I'm not like I didn't want to bug the other admins for the other tournaments. So except for Snack, I needed some help from Snack. But fortunately, I was mainly able to use his tools and not didn't need too much of his time directly. So people are wondering if I've got some landline. No. I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah,
I
that's something I'm
think.
gonna
Sorry, go
figure
ahead.
out and hop in and be able to check those out. All right, Idle, any last thoughts from you about this race and about the rest of the tournament?
No, I think Count summed it up. Really, big thanks for you guys doing the commentating and tracking. It's we've had a lot of help through the tournament, especially from those of you who aren't even runners yourselves, or just coming to volunteer your time just for the fun of it, and it really makes a difference. You know, it's a much more enjoyable experience now that I get to watch this back. It's enjoyable for the viewers. It's better for the tournament. Really appreciate it.
You know, it's definitely our pleasure. I mean, I get to watch a great race like this and interact with Chad. It makes for a really fun experience and a more involved experience for me. So I definitely appreciate the opportunity and appreciate what you guys put together. I appreciate the racing to both of you. Appreciate the tracking from Stack. Appreciate SpeedGaming for giving us a platform to run on this. While you guys are at it, oh, yep, Stack is literally on top of what I was just about to do, saying, hey, give these runners a follow. And if you feel so inclined, give myself and definitely give Stack a follow. We all would appreciate it. We definitely enjoy the community. I think I've been around some other communities. I race in another racing community. I think the Super Metroid speed racing community is the best there is. So, and the chats are always great. So thank you for being that second comms, even though I didn't have a partner tonight, and making it great. We do have more races coming up. We have OK Beamer versus Exact Science coming up at 12 noon Eastern on Saturday. We also have I believe it's race 3 between Exu and Smellin at 3 p.m. And then there's also a race between Sasha Boss and Scupula tomorrow. So a lot of action for this tournament tomorrow. So hopefully see you guys there. It's going to be on Speed Gaming 2 and then Speed Gaming 3 later. So hope to see you guys there, and we will see you all next mission.